The hurricane is gone, but the danger remains. 45 lives are lost, and this number could increase. More than 200,000 homes were damaged or destroyed. It left $8 billion in damage across Jamaica. Roads missing, communities washed out, families scattered. Now, the island stands in rubble, fighting its way back to normal. Despite the worst catastrophe in over 100 years, the people elected to protect Jamaica can't even agree on how to oversee the recovery. This is a real pity, because what happened after the monster storm may shape Jamaica's next 20 years, for better or for far worse. The aftershock? Let's slow down and go into the rubble. A mother in St. Elizabeth lifted boards with her bare hands, praying that her child's school books would survive the flood. An elderly man in Treasure Beach is sitting on a broken fridge, staring at what used to be his living room. Ordinary Jamaicans waking up every morning, asking the same question: how do we start over? A storm like Category 5. Melissa doesn't simply destroy buildings, it destroys certainty. It destroys the feeling that tomorrow is safe. And it's in this moment, when people needed leadership, unity, and direction, that Jamaica is split in two. Not physically, politically, because right when unity mattered most, the fight started, the moment Jamaica split. Here's what happened, simply, clearly, without spin. After the storm, the government proposed a special oversight body of Parliament to oversee the entire relief, recovery, and reconstruction effort. The opposition People's National Party said, "No, we're not joining." Why? Their reasons were serious, not emotional, not petty. They said this new body would duplicate and possibly weaken the role of the Public Administration and Appropriations Committee, PAAC, which is already designed for financial oversight and accountability, and is chaired by an opposition member. They argued that Jamaica cannot rebuild through a parliament-only body, and they insisted that what Jamaica needed was a national task force, a broader team, including government, opposition, the private sector, and civil society. A model better suited for real-time crisis coordination. But the real story is deeper, and almost nobody is telling it. The fragile truth. Let's talk about something the public sensed immediately. This decision wasn't happening in a vacuum. At the same time that the government proposed an oversight committee, it built a private sector recovery group without the opposition. So instead of one unified table, Jamaica suddenly had three: cabinet committees, a private sector coordination body, and the parliamentary oversight body. The government absolutely has the right to build the structures it believes are necessary, but the result, intended or not, is fragmentation. And fragmentation, in a crisis of this magnitude, is perilous. Because when people are trying to survive, they don't want three committees, they want one country. And this is where the story widens, because the world has already shown us what works and what fails, what the world has learned. Global lesson number 1. Indonesia. After the 2004 tsunami, Indonesia created a unified reconstruction authority. One body, one plan, one reporting line. Billions were spent with a far lower corruption risk, and recovery progressed faster than anyone had predicted. Global lesson number 2. New Zealand. During the pandemic, New Zealand established an emergency oversight committee led by the opposition. Trust skyrocketed. Even when people disagreed with decisions, they believed the process was honest. Global lesson number 3. Nepal. Following a massive earthquake, Nepal established a dedicated reconstruction authority with a mixed leadership comprising government officials, technical experts, and representatives from civil society. Over 800,000 homes were rebuilt. These countries didn't rebuild fast because they were rich. They rebuilt fast because they rebuilt together. The 5 reasons Jamaica must have oversight. Now we bring it home, not with politics, with reality, with the evidence. Reason 1, Jamaica's public trust is collapsing. UNESCO had to launch Truth Yard to fight AI-generated misinformation and fake hurricane posts. When trust is low, people won't believe official updates. They won't follow new rules. They won't support tough decisions. Reason 2, corruption risk explodes after disasters. Billions in fast-tracked contracts, emergency purchasing, fewer checks. Every country in the world faces corruption spikes after disasters. It's not a Jamaican problem, it's a human problem. Oversight protects both the government and citizens. Reason 3, Jamaica's financial systems cannot track disaster spending properly. The World Bank warned that Jamaica's system has insufficient scrutiny and cannot fully track disaster money. If you can't track it, you can't protect it. Reason 4, without oversight, the poor will suffer the most. Global research shows wealthier communities always recover first, not because of bias, but because of access. Oversight makes sure vulnerable communities aren't forgotten. Reason 5, donors won't invest billions without unity and transparency. International partners don't send money into chaos. They send money where the plan is clear and the oversight is strong. The split table future. Let's fast forward 2 years. What happens if this political divide continues? Unsafe homes, rebuilt on dangerous land, slow, uneven recovery. Money is running out because donors walk away. People are losing faith on every side. A country is rebuilding on shaky ground. This is how nations lose decades. Quietly. But here's the good news. The part Jamaica needs to hear. There is a way forward. The hybrid solution. A model that respects everyone's mandate. Government, opposition, private sector, civil society, and restores unity. 1. A national recovery task force. The engine, government, opposition, private sector, and civil society. One table, one plan. 2. The PAAC. The auditor protects Jamaica's constitution, prevents misuse, ensures transparency. 3. A Joint Select Committee. The public watchtower. A place where every Jamaican can hear the truth, live, direct, and bipartisan. 3 bodies, 1 mission, rebuild the country together. Bonus facts. Fact 1. Countries with public dashboards showing real-time spending attract donors up to 30% faster. Fact 2. Japan uses transparency pods where citizens watch live reconstruction updates. Fact 3. Jamaica's PAAC, if strengthened, could become the strongest oversight body in the entire Caribbean. Fact 4. After Pakistan's floods, a dual oversight system saved billions that would have been lost to waste and fraud. Jamaica is hurting. But hurting is not the same as broken. Disaster does not have to divide us. Oversight is not politics, it's protection. Protection for every family, every parish, every future generation. The gamble isn't the PNP saying no. The real gamble is Jamaica walking forward without unity, transparency, and trust. If you believe Jamaica deserves better, if you believe we must rise higher than this storm, then subscribe to our channel, Impacting Jamaica, and stay with us as we work towards a safer and stronger future.